someone to hype me up, hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through it that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Okay, right?
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That's caught out right by Jennings. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And the 49ers first down.
Watch out now, 62. Ready?
And Lance going to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On the ball. On the ball. Ready?
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. Past the 20. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Browns had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that you're Open week comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A give running right is Chubb. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Lance. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Stiff-armed him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Browns drive about to get started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit. minds, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Alert!
Now Chubb running right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
43 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, this defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And now off to the races down the right side. He may go. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Out of the gun, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Where's the tag?
On first down, Watson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Blaster, stick. 52 blaster. Check, hunt.
Lance looking to throw it. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a bit closer.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find Gray here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Yellow, go. Ready.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Cut.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And shutting him off now open field. Down to the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Ty Davis Price, 44 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Mitchell. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 42 yards. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Moore, the man in motion. Here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Right back to Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now.
Next to score, Niners 31, Browns 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
He was taken down by Grant Delpit.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando,
final
where Jonathan
adjustments being
Coachman
made in
has
the
our
locker
EA
room.
Sports
We're just about set for the second half from
Coach.
Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
24! 25!
Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And Lance now to throw. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So potentially a big turnaround brewing to begin this third quarter as this defense forces a much-needed turnover.
Yeah, this is a team starting to work in concert now, right? They went out and got a touchdown to start the second half. Now they get the football right back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
24 is down, he's coming.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The Lance going to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Room past the 35, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
No timeout.
After the interception, here's Watson. That is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. Jennings. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Davis Price. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, they're changing this at the line. How about this? They'll change it at the line. And they'll go for it. Lance. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Ready.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Throwing on first down is Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 19-yard line.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Browns drive about to get started. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Watson going to change the look here. Second down, here's Chubb again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw left side. Caught by the tight end, Njoku. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd down.
You gotta snap it. You gotta snap it. Down, he's coming. Out.
Watson off play action. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Chubb will get the call running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Watson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. York able to send this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. Lance back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Lance looking to throw. Looking for Gray, and he's got him. And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. And the only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So the victory here for San Francisco. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk.